In the pages of history, Alexander the Great stands as a colossus, his influence spanning the centuries. Yet beneath the layers of his storied conquests and unparalleled achievements lies an enigma that has perplexed historians and archaeologists alike: the final resting place of this Macedonian conqueror. Eleni-Glykatzi Arveler, renowned for her scholarly thoroughness and deep understanding of history, contests the widely held belief that Alexander the Great's tomb is located in Alexandria, Egypt. Instead, she presents a compelling case for Vergina, Greece, as his final abode. This bold assertion not only stirs the pot of historical discourse, but also invites us to re-examine the narratives we have long taken for granted. What drives Glykatzi Arveler's conviction, and how might her claims alter our perception of one of history's most iconic figures? Background and context. Alexander the Great, a name that echoes through history as one of the most remarkable military leaders and conquerors of all time, continues to fascinate us centuries after his death. His empire stretched from Greece to Egypt and as far east as India, a testament to his strategic genius and unyielding ambition. However, one of the greatest mysteries surrounding his legacy is the location of his final resting place. Historians and archaeologists have long debated over the whereabouts of Alexander's tomb. The traditional belief held that he was buried in Alexandria, Egypt, a city he founded and which became a center of Hellenistic culture. However, recent years have seen a shift in this narrative, with new theories emerging that challenge the conventional wisdom. Enter Eleni-Glykatzi Arveler, a respected historian and Byzantine scholar. Her assertions have reignited the debate about Alexander's burial site. Arveler firmly believes that Alexander the Great is not buried in Alexandria, but in Vergina, a site in northern Greece known for its royal tombs. This claim, if proven true, would not only rewrite a significant chapter of ancient history, but also provide a deeper understanding of the Macedonian dynasty and its cultural significance. The quest for Alexander's tomb transcends mere academic interest. It symbolizes a journey to forge a connection with a past that has profoundly influenced the modern world in myriad ways. The heart of Arveler's argument. Statuette and Frieze analysis. Eleni-Glykatzi Arveler's argument begins with a detailed analysis of the artifacts found within the Vergina tomb, particularly focusing on a statuette and a frieze. The presence of a statuette of Alexander the Great inside the tomb is a significant point of contention. Traditionally, such statuettes were reserved for the tomb's occupant, suggesting that the tomb could indeed belong to Alexander. This is further supported by the frieze, which depicts Alexander in a central, prominent position, surrounded by scenes of hunting and Persian hunters. This imagery is more consistent with Alexander's era, post his campaigns in Persia, rather than with his father Philip II's time. Symbolic interpretations. Arveler also delves into the symbolic elements found in the tomb, particularly the representations of a satyr and Dionysus. These symbols are closely linked to Alexander's own life and legends. For instance, the story of Alexander encountering a satyr in his dreams during the siege of Tyre, as recounted by Arrian, is a pivotal moment in his conquests. The presence of these symbols in the tomb's deathbed scene aligns more closely with Alexander's narrative than with Philip's, suggesting that the tomb's occupant is indeed Alexander. Historical and cultural context. The argument is further strengthened by examining the historical and cultural context of the era. Alexander's life and reign were marked by a complex interplay of cultural, political, and religious factors. His being worshipped as a god by the Egyptians, his difficult relationships with cities like Athens and Sparta, and his role as a famous figure in the Hellenistic world all suggest he was buried in a way that matched his high status. The Vergina tomb, with its elaborate decorations and symbolic references, fits this narrative. Skeletal analysis and Egyptian connection. Arveler also points to the skeletal remains and artifacts found in and around the tomb. The discovery of a skeleton with a tibia injury, similar to one Philip II was known to have suffered, outside the tomb raises questions about the tomb's actual occupant. Additionally, the presence of a mineral used in Egyptian mummification processes on the skeleton suggests a connection to Alexander, who had strong ties to Egypt. Geographical and political considerations. Finally, Arveler challenges the traditional belief of Alexander's burial in Alexandria by highlighting the geographical and political complexities of the time. She suggests that the path taken with Alexander's body, first towards Damascus and maybe later back to Macedonia, fits with the political schemes and battles for power of that time. This theory posits that Alexander's body could have been brought back to Macedonia and buried in Vergina, a theory supported by the archaeological evidence at the site. Arveler's argument presents a compelling case for Alexander the Great's final resting place being in Vergina. Her points, grounded in a thorough analysis of historical, archaeological, and cultural evidence, challenge long-held beliefs and invite us to reconsider our understanding of one of history's greatest figures. The quest to uncover the final resting place of Alexander the Great continues to be a captivating journey through the annals of history, archaeology, and legend. The mystery of Alexander's tomb, whether eventually solved or remaining an enigma, will continue to fascinate and inspire, a symbol of humanity's unending quest for knowledge and truth.